Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of the world's biggest stars and some of my favourite people. And a man who's gone from strength to strength in 2015 is Derek Ryan. He had a brand new album out called One Good Night and he's about to hit the road. He's covering the whole of the UK from the 13th to the 27th of April. I'm delighted to say he joins us back on the phone now, live from Ireland. How are you doing?
That's one of the best introductions I've ever had.
Well, I think you're worth building up. I just listened to that thing you did on YouTube where you talk about the album and how you made it and why you made it. And just that opening sort of 30 seconds resonates well. I just spent some time in America and I went to see Garth Brooks, and the power of this type of music is phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I suppose it's enjoying a kind of a surge in popularity once again, I mean, country music has always been massive here in Ireland, but I think it's become more mainstream with the likes of maybe Lady Antebellum and all these acts coming out, and taking over the charts, really, So, yeah, I mean, look, country music is what I love. It's what I do, and we just can't wait to get on the road now and tour the One Good Night album in the UK,
I think the thing about your music is it's uplifting and moving and means something. You're very clever about the words you use and in the order in which you use them.
Well, yeah, I suppose, there's original songs in our show, and also songs that I choose for the album as well. There's a kind of a reason for every one of them. I think it's important to have the album nicely balanced. Almost like a set list for a show, really. And as you say, there's uplifting ones, but then the beauty of country music is, as well as a lot of the songs that make a connection are the slower ones, and the songs that you could sit in the corner of a bar and play with the guitar, and that would be enough, because the song says the rest, really, and that's what I love about country music. You can take away the lights and the production and the big sound and everything else, but at the end of the day, it's about the quality of the song,
Am I right in thinking that the guitar is it right now? It seems the piano's gone off a bit. Everybody wants to play the guitar, kids and older people alike. It's really had a resurgence, hasn't it?
Yeah, I suppose, it's funny, my dad used to always say, if you can sing 2 songs and play a few chords on the guitar, you'll never be broke.
Right, right.
I think he had a point, because it's a great instrument to have, even just if you want to do a little party piece, late at night, let's say at a party or something, take out the guitar and sing Wonderwall or something, or so it's always something I've enjoyed playing. And actually, my favourite part of the show is that I let the band have a break, and I do an acoustic set and do some of the songs that have been very, very good to me, very popular for me. So, and get the crowd singing along and stuff. So it's a very special moment in the show.
This year you're hitting the UK again, but with a big tour this time. Is that added pressure for you, or is it just exciting to make it this side, come over and entertain people in England as well as Ireland, where you can do it?
Well, it's great, really, because we kicked off this show in particular about 3 weeks ago now, so we've a lot of shows under our belts, and it's just really tight now, came together really well, and we've invested a lot in new stage, new production, new lights and all the rest, so it's an exciting show, and I'm actually just can't wait to get over there, because we obviously toured last year and it was such a success. It gave us massive confidence to come back, and do a bigger tour again and bigger venues, so I say I just can't wait for people to hear the show. I think it's our best yet. I know I'm going to be biased on that, but I really do, and the reviews have just been amazing. So, as I say, just can't wait to get over there now.
I think the greatest compliment I can probably pay you is you're so polished. It's not like you're playing at it. You put on a show, you've got great songs, and you deliver. You make sure you give value for money, don't you?
Yeah, we do, and we have a great support act as well in Ben Troy, who's amazing country voice, only 17 years old, and I reckon he's going to be a bright star of country music. He's definitely going to be, actually. There's no ifs or buts about it, but he's on as well, and yeah, I suppose it's one of those things. It's especially these times in Ireland, especially with recession, different things. You have to give people value for money, and we certainly try and do that with, as I say, with the show, and we analyse the show every night afterwards and see where we can improve, and so it's I suppose it's when you're doing it to a level we're doing it, and the venues we're doing it. You know, it's just imperative that you do give value for money. You know.
Two things to pick up on from last year that we talked about. Firstly, you being a sex symbol. How's that going?
Oh, God. See the way I laughed at that?
Well, you mustn't laugh at it. I see that your fan club's growing. It seems like the ladies and even some of the men are finding you a nice bit of trouser. It's going well.
Yeah. No, look, I mean, it's a compliment if people think that, but I wouldn't be taking it too seriously, to be honest.
Listen, stop being humble, Derek. I'm a deeply unattractive man. I don't get adulation from women. You should enjoy it. Embrace it.
No, I do. I enjoy it. Of course I enjoy it. You know, but I suppose on stage I like to dress to impress and all the rest, but at the end of the day, it's about the music for me. I know that sounds like a cliche, but it is. And look, it's you know, I am what I am. It's funny, people sometimes say, you know, they say it a lot actually. They go, "Oh, I thought you were a lot bigger. You know, you look a lot taller on the telly." So it's kind of a joke that I always make the most of on stage, you know, because I'm actually like 5'5" or whatever. So, but people have this image of me being 6'2" or something, you know, a big strong, tall hunk, and then to see me walk out on stage, it's like, oh.
Yeah. And then we need to talk about America, because it seems to me like you were born to be over there and be a big star there. How's that going? Because with YouTube, I mean, it's easy to reach international audiences now.
Yeah, it's funny you should mention that actually, because the first week in January, I went out to Nashville and recorded my next album there. So it was a project that was it was back and forth for the last few months, you know, like I think we kicked it off in September, you know, with Skype meetings with producer Jeff Balding, who's a Grammy-nominated producer over there, and so he agreed to work the project. He loved the songs, and again, that gave me great confidence. They're all original songs of mine, and so we went over in January, worked with top-class musicians. I mean, they played on every hit record you can think of, you know. And the songs, you know, it's definitely a progression, I suppose, and you know, it's a step, you know. It's my most progressive album to date. So I'm just, you know, I'm looking forward to people hearing those tracks as well. And we do one or two on the new show, but that record will hopefully be released in April, May time, you know. So.
I was saying to you earlier, in January I got to see Garth Brooks in America, and I've never heard a louder show in my entire life, both from him and the audience. The country fans are so into it, aren't they? And they're so generous as audiences. They pay attention, but they give you so much back.
Yeah, you know, and they generally love, as you said, to sing along as well. And country fans, in my experience, are very, very loyal, you know. People come to see us every time we're in town. You know, there's no such thing as missing a show. They do their very, very best to organise the holidays even around, you know, when we're there, and people travel hundreds of miles to see us. You know, actually, we've had quite a few people from the UK over for this run in Ireland, you know, of our concerts, and just flying in from all different places, you know, which is just, it's so humbling, you know, you'd be in the, you know, and it's probably a little bit unique to the country scene as well. We do a meet and greet after every show, so we meet everybody who comes. If they queue up, we'll meet them, and you know, we get talking to them, and it's just so humbling to hear that they've travelled so far and paid so much money to come and see, you know. So hopefully it was worth it for them, you know. So
it's also a bit terrifying. I always think the pressure that people have gone so far out their way to enjoy you. You've got to give them the best show you possibly can. When you wake up in the morning, are you the kind of guy that gives a couple of coughs to see whether your voice is there and panics about it, or are you pretty relaxed?
Well, I would probably worry a bit about my voice. All right, yeah. I mean, it's when you're gigging as much as we are, you know, it's obviously very, very important, you know. So, but I do have a lot of vocal techniques that I go through every night before I go on stage, and you know, look after myself that way. And thankfully, I haven't had any trouble with it now in the last couple of years, you know. But yeah, I mean, look at you. As I said before, you know, you have to. The show has to be up to a level, and there's no excuses, you know. That's just how it is, and that's what we love as well, you know. We love to be at our best, and great band behind me now as well, and crew, and we're all just striving to make it the best show we possibly can, you know.
I love your work ethic. You are an act that loves to perform, and that's so rare. It seems to me a lot of people are in for the glory now, and they'd rather do one arena with 20,000 people than do 10 shows for 2,000 where you can actually enjoy it. You're about the music and the audience and the sound, aren't you? It's so important.
Yeah, and it's funny you should say that as well, because I mean we do every year we do a acoustic. We started it last year actually. I'm going to say every year we have it booked in for next year's this coming year as well. During the summer is acoustic gigs, and we do maybe a run of 6 or 7 small intimate gigs all over Ireland, and it's just myself and a fiddle and a piano and guitar, and it's just they're great gigs. I mean we did them last year. It was so much fun. Some of the best gigs we've done. Again, just stripped back, all the songs kind of played as they were written, just as I wrote them, inside the kitchen table, drinking coffee or whatever, and
oh, lovely.
It's just, as you say, more about the music, more about where the songs came from, and bit of a sing-song, and just really, really enjoyable, and as you said, there wouldn't be massive crowds. I'd say max maybe, 150, 200 people, but there were some of the most special nights we've had,
Brilliant. Thank you so much for coming on again. Continue with this wonderful tour. You can see him in the UK at Eastwood Theatre Park in Glasgow starting April the 13th, going via Manchester, Leeds, Birmingham, Hunstanton, Suffolk, Southampton, Inverness, Dundee, Langholm. Where's that? Langholm. Never heard of that. Where's that? It's
near the border anyway. I think it's in South Scotland, maybe just right.
Very good. And then Hartlepool the next day, so I suppose not too far. Then Bedford down
if it's
south.
in England now, there'll be no crowd there because I've just said Scotland.
Yeah, exactly. And then Telford, of course, finishing the tour 27th of April, but you continue across Ireland. You can find out more by going to DerrickRyanMusic.com. That's the website, and the new album is still available at Amazon. I've put the link on our website as well to buy it. One Good Night is the album, and the new album will be out when?
Hopefully April, May time. And just to reiterate as well, like the show we're doing now is, because I did mention the acoustic gig, but this show is a full-on show, it's full band and big stage, lights, crew, all the rest. So it's the one good night official tour.
Brilliant. Well, I'll come and see you in Telford because that's not too far away, and I really look forward to it. You're a great talent, Derrick. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.